Welcome back to Invest Global. Today we're discussing Solanium. This is a Launchpad project in the Solana ecosystem. Now, throughout this Launchpad ecosystem series, which this video is a part of, we've been covering all the different blockchain projects that have basically early stage access to the individual altcoins that are being released in the given ecosystem. So we've talked about Avalanche in the Avalanche ecosystem. We've talked about things like in the Cardano ecosystem, like CardStarter, like Akamfi, all these things we've talked about. But this part of the series is going to be focused specifically on Solana. And in Solana, you have things like Solpad, you have Solanium, which we're going to be talking about today, you have SolStarter, and then also you have Radium. Now, Radium is a bit different than these other three, but the whole point of this series, which, by the way, link for the whole entire playlist is down below. Make sure you save the playlist because, again, I'm basically laying out the whole map of this ecosystem. The whole point of this series is basically giving you the correct information to get in early on altcoins in the given blockchain ecosystem and kind of to cross compare because there's a lot of noise out there. You know, some people just think, oh, it's only TrustSwap or it's only Dr. Dime or it's only PolkaStarter. But I think there's so many options out there, and identifying quality early stage launchpads is key in my personal opinion. Now, this video, we're basically going to be going over the actual Solanium token, the SLIM token, SLIM, and some other things as far as they have it broken down. One of the things we always talk about in this series is the different tiers. So you have to understand for your different allocations, some projects do a lottery approach, some projects just do a flat guaranteed approach. This project kind of does a hybrid approach. But that's, the whole point of this series, right? Because if you're just looking at one of these, like if you're just looking at Solanium in a vacuum, you're just only comparing it with it, right? Like you're just looking at, okay, what's the opportunity here? You don't have the broader perspective. And again, that's what this whole series is about. So let's get right into it. So basically Solanium described themselves as a fundraising, and trading platform on Solana. I'm not sure where that highlight just completely messed it up, but you can see the total value actually staked in a SLIM tokens is a 1,438,000. The actual total number of SLIM stake, which, by the way, we'll get to the SLIM token here in a second, the actual cost, but it's around 25 cents. We'll look at some tokenomics and things like that. So 25 cents, 4 million staked. Okay, interesting. Liquidity provider staked is around 1.5 million. And then it's always important, in my opinion, to look at whatever given blockchain ecosystem it is. With like a Tron, it's TRC10. With Ethereum, it's ERC20 with BSC, all these different things. They basically have a blockchain scanner and looking at the individual tokens, what's the distribution of the people who own that? So for example, here you can see you would go on SolScan. So with Solana, like with Binance, it's BSC scan. With Ethereum, it's ETH scan, right? Etherscan. So make sure you always do that. That's part of doing your own research. I always talk about that video, which is linked down below in the description as well. It's in my must-watch videos section. How to do your own research is vitally important. So anyways, Solanium is the go-to platform for the Solana blockchain. Invest in the hottest Solana projects, stake your tokens, trade on our decentralized exchange, and manage your Solana wallet. Participate in our future governance. That's pretty interesting. If you're interested in actually doing an IDO, so you actually want to build a project in Solana, which personally I've had people approach me that are building different projects, and some of them look at Binance, some of them look at Ethereum. Nobody's looking at Solana and Polkadot. These are the ecosystems that I'm the most interested in because they're kind of the diamond in the rough, right? They're the yin to the yang. And that's what I mean. Solana, I've done a deep dive on them in the past. Basically, an easy way of understanding it is they're crazy, crazy fast as far as like a throughput. You look at transactions per second. Solana, 50,000. Ethereum, 30. You heard that right. 30 to 50,000. So pretty crazy as far as that goes. That's just one aspect of Solana. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you have crazy high transactions per second. If you are completely you're failing in the blockchain trilemma, right? Like you're failing in the decentralization aspect. But from what I understand, Solana is doing very, very well in the full blockchain trilemma, which is really decentralization, scalability, and then kind of privacy and security. So that's basically what I've been looking at. So you can see these are actually the pools here. The BOP, these are just examples, Apricot Finance, Diablo. If you want to see an individual video on any of these as they come up, let me know in the comments down below. Also, you can join our Telegram group where essentially, in the comment section, it's kind of like one-sided, right? Like you leave a comment, sometimes I'll be able to see it. Sometimes YouTube randomly deletes my comments. So definitely join the Telegram group because then we can have a further discussion. I also update everybody a bit early than what they get on YouTube or Twitter. So this is the actual XSlim calculator. So you can calculate how much you have staked in lock time and connect wallet, all these different things. But these are essentially the tiers, right? So I do like how they have this laid out. For example, like CardStarter has it laid out in the theme of like a different cards, right? So they have like singles, deuces, triples, and they have like face cards, and they have like aces. Different projects like I'm trying to think, Akamfi has it they all kind of have different fun little aspects, and I really like this with Slim because I love this like the mythology type stuff. I always grew up loving that. If you, I don't play video games at all now. I probably haven't played since I was like 13. But the Age of Mythology was always my favorite game. It was so much fun because you had like troops and all these different things, and this always reminds me of it because it's like mythology and yeah. So I actually do like this. So shout out to the Solanium team if you're watching this. So GB, the god of Earth, right here. The minimum stake is 100 XLIM. So the main thing to understand is this is not saying you're guaranteed allocation, right? So that's the most important thing. For guaranteed allocation, you have to go all the way to a Horos, which is the god of kingship. So that's 10,000 XLIM. So keep that in mind. Very important to understand. But if we go back here, since you're guaranteed one lottery ticket, right? So one lottery ticket doesn't want me to highlight this. So with 100 SLIM, well, it's like 25. Yeah, so basically you're getting an insanely cheap cost, right? So, I mean, it's interesting, right? Like, I mean, especially since this token's retraced, I'm not necessarily saying invest in it, but it started out here, at least when this was listed on CoinGecko, it was around 83 cents, dropped down here to these levels of like 37 cents. Now we're at these all-time lows. So for me, Solanium is an interesting pick, but I like to kind of wait on the sidelines, watch how the project does, watch how the team does, how do they develop their roadmap, and then potentially average into a core position, then play in the lottery. So I don't like just being binary, being black and white about any investment. I invest in all different global investment sectors. This channel is not just about crypto, not just about launchpads, not just about altcoins. I talk about emerging markets. In this bull run, yes, I've loved crypto. There's so many opportunities, and I've made quite significant capital in the crypto bull run, but I really got my start in commodity investing, things like gold, uranium, lithium. And this is very important because then you have the perspective going into the crypto market and you're not as biased, right? You're not as emotional. But investing in emerging markets, traveling around, like I'm currently here in Tbilisi, Georgia, about to head to Armenia to check out some real estates. And all these things give you a better perspective on the crypto market, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion. So moving on here. So as I said, the $100 or 100 SLIM tokens, keep in mind that's 25 cents. So interesting, right? Keferi, the god of the rising sun. I do like this, I gotta say. So 12 lottery tickets. Obviously, it's not really analysis of the project, but there is something to say. I remember Ivan on Tech, one of my favorite guys when I first got into crypto. He did this. It was like Good Morning Crypto or something like that. This series, and he would always talk about as much as a project can build the best quality stuff, they can have the best white paper, the best GitHub, the best team, the best tokenomics. There's something about like sentimental analysis, something about like the hype around the project that is the biggest thing. And that's why I do like this. You have to always take that in mind. What's the user interface like? And that's what part of my analysis when it comes to a project is, how is this looking? I think the user interface is quite nice. I think they could improve the landing page here, but I do like this. But the tiers, how they have this laid out. Then tier 3, Ra, the god of sun, awesome. Egypt mythology, if you guys didn't know, XLIM, so that's 100 lottery tickets. And then when we go to 10,000 XLIM, that's the actual Horus, the god of kingship. Then you have a guaranteed allocation, so that's pretty awesome. And then guaranteed allocation, 50,000 SLIM, Kenosis, god of the moon. So pretty interesting as far as that goes. Roadmap here, you can basically see everything laid out. So let's talk about, by the way, part of my do your own research video that I talked about, linked down below in the description, is focused more on back testing the roadmap, essentially. So especially when a project like this has individual time dates, typically what a project will do with the roadmap is they have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, and they have all these different bullet points. I like how Solanium has it laid out because then you can actually see, okay, did they get this done right on May 7th? Did they get this done on May 17th? And you can see that on things like if you do the Wayback Machine, if you look at Twitter updates, which, by the way, follow Solanium.io here on Twitter. Follow us at investglobal_IO. They have a lot of followers and a pretty decent engagement, honestly. Relative to the followers, right? Like it's not the best engagement, like 178 likes. I personally don't really use Twitter that much. We're just starting out this, so follow us at investglobal_IO. But anyways, basically when you're doing those things, you can back test, okay, did they actually finish the public sale for lottery winners? Did they finish the airdrop and public sale token distribution? These are all things you have to understand. Also on May 24th, that's all part of doing your research, right? Is okay, so there's an airdrop on May 24th. Did the token price dump then? Typically people sell off, and I'm assuming, let's go, where was May? Sorry. I'm calendar inept. I'm not going to be honest with you. Or I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah. The airdrop even happened before this. So basically there's this big dump, crash, now we're at all-time low. So I'm interested in personally getting in to Solanium. But anyways, moving on here, let's see. We are currently in July. So they have Solanium pools. Launchpad live. So it's not necessarily live yet, at least not that I see. You can actually go and trade and invest, but those are coming soon. So those are features that will be developed. And then their staking annual percentage yield is live on July of 2021, and then a first Solanium pool launch on August of 2021. So the actual token staking here you can see in Solanium Tiers, which we talked about those. Token staking, you can earn nice passive income as far as that goes. And then the XSlim token, so Solanium's platform governance token that makes holders eligible for a wide range of benefits. It's not actual tradable or transferable. It can basically just be attained if you purchase it in the Solana ecosystem, actually the Slim token, and then when it's in this, when you're actually using it, then you can use it on the platform, right? So you're basically taking the SLIM token, putting it into this ecosystem. Then it turns into XSLIM, and then fee distribution here. So basically a fixed fee of 5% rate, which gets distributed over all XSlim holders, and it's actually airdrops. So that's very important to understand. Is a lot of projects say this, you get a feedback, but you're only getting that feedback if you're either staking it or being a liquidity provider. In this case, similar to something like RSR, where they automatically give it back to your wallet as long as you're holding it. So very important to understand that. Let's see. So they're backed by Serum, they're backed by Rarestone and a Genblock. So all great projects. On here, you can see the market cap is around $8.9 million, so relatively low, right? So $8.9 million is not a lot for a market cap of a project like this. About right around like 2,500 people like this. Trading volume is quite low, but I understand that if it's below $10 million market cap, the trading volume is only at $290,000. It's retraced from those highs of right around 80 cents, and then it's currently at these lows of right around 25 cents. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments what you think about Solanium. As always, invest global, subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell, all invest global, and until next time.